Outlaw 2 on mine. He tried to
Especially if they have a privacy on them. Yeah. Yeah, we went to the container home. We totally ended up buying the opposite of what we ordered that deep. It didn't make it. It was that deep. I ate a bad That's the people who get there now. They want that to be bought. They actually received everything literally goes in. Yeah, so in order to get the pot, it's got to go like that. And then the house goes down like this, so. It's just a landscape problem, really. Somebody call the fire department. We're over capacity.
I didn't know if you were here or gone.
There ain't even no damn fire department in here.
Bring this meeting to order.
You can stand there, but you gotta behave.
I will. You gonna hold me to it?
I got my buddy back there too.
Just board member Mata is not present tonight. He is out of state. Usually you're here. We'll start with the visitors. I got a quick question. How many of you here live here, pay homestead exemption here? Raise your hand.
Can I use the microphone? We can't
How
hear
many
you.
don't?
How many people live here?
All of us.
All right. Carlos? Yeah. Go ahead. Start with you.
I'm here regarding the ATV division, riding on the road. Live in Miami. Right now I'm working I bought a lot here months ago, 6 months ago. Get away from Miami, come and just spend some every 5 to 6 weeks. We're riding EVR chassis. The Wi-Fi's all, I have my own. But we have a foot hub. So the bikes come in the foot hub. It's a 36-foot foot hub. The truck. I can't pull a trailer behind my foot. So we normally we live a block away. Normally we come from the side of the road by the grass. and come to the reservoir. I feel like, and my lot is clean, I put money into my lot, and I already have my permit for my fencing, which is going to be soon, done within the next month. Plus, I want to get a single wide in there in order for me to put other stuff that I need. If everything's closing up on me, there's no reason for me to come here. I would have to sell. Basically, me and my wife are good, right? I will have a way to bring it to my property to the reservoir unless I pull up my legs on the toy hauler and bring the whole 36-foot toy hauler in front of me. I mean, I know, and I am a concerned citizen. I don't want people tearing my property up, so I don't want people tearing up people's property up on ATVs. But I think that we can come to an agreement where, you know, if you get caught doing excessive speed, doing things that are tearing up property, yeah, I think they should confiscate your ATV and not even give it back. It's in the pound to be sold. You know, also we can also do things that can be done, like registering the bike with a picture of the owner to the bike, because sometimes when you leave in there, you're very dirty. Nobody can tell who you are, but the bikes can tell who they are. Anything that happens, you know, that picture can be, you know, brought up to the ring or something. Listen, this guy, we've seen him breaking around. We don't know who he is, but we'll look him up on the registry book. He was fighting runs there. And then go to that guy and say, listen, you're not welcome to me. Do something. I mean, I'd like to see some type of solution to this problem.
We talked about it at the last meeting that we were gonna meet again on this. We're not done with this by a long shot. We've got a long way to go.
I'm sorry. Another thing, I never received a letter, and that has my wife pissed off. And then I called a bunch of our friends that do have property here, and nobody has received a letter about what's going on here. These meetings, we found out by word of mouth that somebody that got caught and got this thing rolled away because the group that was with them, their vehicles impounded. That's how we found it.
Let me tell you the problem we have. The problem we have is we have, I don't know how many thousands of people coming from everywhere on the weekends with toy haulers, trailers full of four-wheelers, and they're just turning this place into mayhem. They're tearing up roads, tearing up right-of-ways. They're on private property, tearing up people's private property. We've had, I don't know how many people in here complaining about the roads. We go just getting some equipment fixed and trying to get these roads done. And as soon as you get a road done, somebody goes by and spins donuts. It's getting to be a problem. They're in the reservoir. I got pictures of a guy with a key and 12 people with him. Nobody knows who they are. He's from Miami. He made it very clear. And he wasn't going to pick up garbage, and he didn't care. And the minute there was a problem, he was letting his lot go back, and he was leaving. And that's what we got to stop. Or us here who live here, a lot more taxes.
We need to drop it on that.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Us here that have four-wheelers, that want to use the reservoir, that want to be able to ride on this property, are going to lose the right. And that's what we're trying to figure out, exactly what we're going to do. So the first stage of this plan was, I don't know any other way to say it, stop the bleeding. And I think that's what we're doing. Now we have to go continue, and we talked about it last meeting. Maybe we need to have a workshop and come up with a plan how we're going to do this.
Well, I've seen that issue that you're talking about, getting 4 people in there with one owner. I've seen it, and I disagree with it.
Well,
I always carry my permits. When I bought the key, she gave me 6 permits and a key.
Right.
And when I come in, I always have, if I'm bringing over 6 people with my 6 permits, there should be somebody there checking. I know that costs money, but unfortunately, it's a pain in the ass. You know, I agree with you in that case. We shouldn't have one owner and 50 people in it.
And
that's why we buy.
And that's what's going on. They're digging up the wetlands. That's good. Yeah. What? We got wetlands
No,
out
Saturn
there.
doesn't
Hey,
exist.
yeah, no.
10 and beyond.
No, and I saw it. I've seen it before. This isn't new. This happened years ago, and we had to clamp down a little bit. We put up a gate. We got pictures of people putting four-wheelers over the gate, tearing the locks up, tearing the gates down. I mean, they just don't care. So we have to do something.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Let's suppose I come with you with my bike, or I send you a picture of my bike and myself. Now it's put on a log.
Yeah.
Now you see me doing something out there. At least you know who I am. This is what I'm trying to say. I agree with you. We gotta narrow this down, but we can't take our privileges away.
Oh, and we're not after that. We're just trying
To tweak it
to
out.
slow this down, stop it, and then look at what we're gonna do next. Simple as that. Now, as far as riding on the roads,
Right.
you can't ride on the roads no matter what we say.
What about on the side of the road?
On the side of the roads, we have a gentleman from the sheriff's department, he can give you all the clarity on those numbers that you need.
Can I make a statement? Sir? Sir? I'm here.
I'm sorry.
I'm Supervisor Miller.
I'm sorry.
I agree with you, there is no communication. I wasn't here on the last meeting. When I heard of this, I called up the sheriff's office. And I said, when did you send to Ventura a letter to Central County stating this law? We didn't have to, was the answer. Why don't you have to, said I. And they told me because this law was passed years ago for the entire state. It's statewide. So we don't, excuse me? So we don't, this was the answer from the sheriff's office to me. So we don't have to notify anybody. I disagree. Out of courtesy, they could have sent the board or the office a letter, and we would have put it up in the, at least in the mailboxes, in front of Mary Lou, and in front of another store. So I want to let you know that it was tried to get,
Did you spread out any notices about what we did? We didn't. So we didn't even do it, so sure don't want to blame the sheriff's office, all right. We didn't do it. Louis?
I'll change seat for you.
Yeah, we did. Many of you guys have called me, I researched the issue a little deeper, you know. And according to your question is you want to ride on the side of the road. Florida statute, correct me if I'm wrong. I think the road means from nature to nature. The side of the road is part of the road.
I would stop, well, I wouldn't stop, be sure, obviously, we're all adults, I have no kids, we're all from 40 and up. People about it, we were all on the side of the road, riding easy. And, he said, you guys are doing okay, yeah, just be safe, I don't want you, these were his words, I don't want you on the road, and I don't want you on the swell. As long as you stay on the side of the road, driving like a normal human being, not 80 miles an hour, you'll be fine. You know, maybe that guy, you know, maybe it was his happy day. I don't know, but it was told by sheriff. And I said, okay, we've always respected them. We don't go these items like the food. I've seen
Thank you. We'll, you go ahead and let him address the law.
Thank you very much.
If I could address something that you just said. I've been out here for roughly 25 years. The Sheriff's Department, myself as a part of that, have always selectively enforced four-wheeler zones. We have been understanding, and we know that people want to ride out here. We get it. What has happened is that you get a few or many bad apples that make it difficult for everybody. The statute is very clear. It's very clear. Off-road vehicles, four-wheelers, any type of off-road unregistered vehicle. ATVs are not allowed on the roadway. The roadway consists of easement to easement. They are not allowed on dirt roads unless it is a posted 35 miles an hour or less speed limit. Very simple. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? Once you get off that easement, now you're on private property. So we have the issue of, okay, do the owners of the property care if you ride on their property? Well, that's not up to us to decide. But when you have somebody going down the road at 80 miles an hour, it makes it bad for everybody. That's just what it boils down to. When you tear up the road and they spend, what's your budget for your roads every year? A lot of that is taken up, a lot of that budget is taken up because the roads get torn up. So that's a concern that you all should have. It's your money. And when you have people coming in and tearing up the roads, and I don't care who it is, if you're coming in and doing that, you don't live here, you don't have a stake here, so what does it matter to you? It's up to you guys to set down those limits, okay? Absolutely, riding late at night. Look, let's be courteous to our neighbors. Everybody has put us in the position as the bad guys. We're not the bad guys. We're going to enforce the laws the way that they're laid down. All of you people here understand that that is the correct way. We shouldn't be biased toward anybody. So when you're breaking the law, you get a ticket, you go to jail. If you're on a four-wheeler on the roadway, this makes you subject to citations or arrest for vehicles, not tag, not safety. All of these things now fall on you, okay? And that makes it worse for you. When you want to ride down the side of the road slowly, we don't have a problem. That deputy, I have no problem with what my deputy said. But when you get the guy that's going 80 miles an hour by you, this is the issue. Going out to the reservoir. How do you get to the reservoir? You gotta go on the roads, don't you? Or you gotta be on private property. Well, it's putting us in a position where now we have to enforce the laws of the road. Like it or not. I'm not here to gripe or anything else. I'm here to help you guys, but you wouldn't want me up here going, I'm gonna selectively enforce this law for you, but not you. You want it for everybody, is that correct? So we're not here to be unfair, we're not here to make life out there any different. We want you guys to be able to do the things that you moved here for. We get them. So we just want to find an equitable solution to this community-wide problem. We ask for your help, and just like you're asking for ours, we're glad to do it. By all means, any of my deputies, if there's a problem, Again, laws are very specific about that as well. The problem with the shooting is what it really boils down to is courtesy to your neighbor. Bullet doesn't have a name. It hits whatever it hits. And there are many instances out here where bullets are going through roofs or walls. And absolutely, I agree. If I can't find the person doing it, and you guys know who's doing it, then we'll go and we'll talk to them, and hopefully we'll be able to stop it from occurring. If we have enough to arrest them, then we're going to arrest. We're not here to choose sides. We're here to make your life easier and better. But that happens with everything. I mean, and believe me, I'm not belittling your problem or making your problem small. I absolutely agree. I've whistled by me. So I do understand. And it's not that we'll take care of it. But sometimes we have to build that case. The case isn't there as frustrating as it is to us as well as you.
You got one
We'd love to do it. So sorry to get off topic.
Hey, can y'all be quiet a little bit? We're trying to listen to the meeting in here.
That's
Hello?
what I did. I went down, took
Lower
pictures
down a
of
little
them,
bit. That.
on the lot they were, on the sheriff's department, put them where they were, showed them the pictures. And that's what stopped it. Because it happened to me too.
There's that door behind you.
Oh, anyway,
Now, you made a comment on a dirt road 35 miles away. Does that mean you can ride on a dirt road?
No, it has to be. No, it has to be posted. It has to be posted with a speed limit. If it is not posted, it is by statute 25 miles. So that does not comply within what you want. If you have DOT do a study, they can change the speed limit on a roadway and post it. But that entails getting involved with the state, having them do whatever government does to change the speed limit. But it must be posted 35 miles an hour or less.
Takes care of the sign.
We do here.
You do?
We do here.
Okay, so you put up stop signs
We do with
and
some
speed limits?
and speed limits. There's studies that have been done, because this is a rolling ground. So we don't want to do it. I don't know that we're ready to drop the speed limit so we can start paying out over again.
Speed limit more than 35 on dirt road?
Yeah, we're there.
Huh?
You finished, okay.
No, Betty, that's what I'm asking. Is speed limit more than 35 on dirt road?
This is speed limit, I don't know if I don't even know what they are. I couldn't tell you.
It's not
That's
posted.
35.
If it's not posted, it's 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, but some are posted, some ain't. That's what I'm saying.
Some
So,
of them are posted 35, so.
yeah.
It's posted 35, then they can write down it.
Then we should be able to use the dirt road to get to the road. And there's dirt roads around. I mean, you can't do that. Just like the right road.
Yeah, you can.
You know, as long as it's within the limits of the law, we will enforce that law. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Or if it's okay for you to do it, that's fine. We're not gonna bother you, we're not gonna give you a citation, if he goes to jail, no problem.
What about the dispatcher? Where are we at on that?
No lighting, just
So y'all can make that decision and not notify any of the residents out here that they're not allowed on the canal banks? They give, I mean, what makes that right?
We made the decision to let you ride and didn't notify anybody, so
It's been like that, it's been like that for years, so
yeah, I was sitting on this board when we did it
Okay,
years
so
ago.
apparently you
So
guys should
that was been
have,
changed.
out of courtesy and professionalism, notified every resident here that you were changing it. I mean, it's just courtesy and professionalism, honestly. You can get mad if you want.
I'm not mad.
Well,
I'll tell you what, you're done talking. So that's it, you're done.
LaBelle, I believe, this is LaBelle, okay. Lewiston.
Yes, sir. I don't know about Lavelle, I know Lewiston is.
Lewiston,
And as far as
It's designated, not here.
right, and what you have to do with your commissioner,
Lewis, big guy, driver, it's considered a school. Yes. Golf carts, low-speed vehicles, and utility vehicles. Not allowed on public roads.
Yes, ma'am, let him get done and we can ask questions. Yes, go ahead.
So if Montour is private, can you make Montour into an association? I just moved out here, by the way. I had my property for 6 years. I just moved to Broward County here because of this freedom to be outside and with the outdoors. I have a couple of boys, and so 5 years is a long time. The gentleman only been here 6 months. Well, I've been here 5 years. I moved here, got my CO 8 months ago. So you keep saying that Montour is private. You guys are taking over the signs. You guys are stop signs, speed sign. If Montour is so independent, can you make Montour into an association where, and then in the future, if you can lower the speed limit and we avoid the problem of the 35 and lower, because that was explained to me prior, you will know who belongs here and who doesn't belong here. Because you know, most associations, you got a sticker in your car. You go, you park your car at night and I don't know, I got to strike that.
whether or not this is private.
Well, but the thing is, the problem is that the most part of the money here is these so-called warriors that are driving under the road, that are driving by 80 miles an hour and make that street so dusty and ridiculous for me. And I'm here full time.
Yeah, I'm just full time, we got five is taxes. And there's about bunch of them out here. And that's what we're trying to do, come up with a solution.
Is that an idea where you can identify these vehicles? You can identify these ATVs? I mean,
So let me respond to, you raised a lot of good questions. So first, it's not that this is a private road. The road system, Central County is a governmental entity created by state law. Okay. And we have three responsibilities. One of them is roads. Operating and maintaining the roads, putting the signage on the roads. And as many people here know, there's over 90 miles of roads. We have guesstimated that it's going to take tens and tens of millions of dollars to upgrade some of the roads. They're just, over the years, they've been degrading for a variety of reasons. Off-road use could be one of them. So we're trying to work within the budget. There are many solutions. The gentleman talked about assigning people. You can have security people checking you in. We have a budget, and unfortunately, a lot of these great solutions cost big bucks. And so we're trying to come up with solutions that are cost effective. That's where it gets a little tough. The board, so it's clear, I completely agree. When the board takes action and it changes something that impacts you, you need to know. You need to get notice of that. Nothing, the board didn't do anything last month. They talked about what the current laws are, and the restrictions of those laws, and whether those laws are being enforced. We had an officer here last month who was very helpful. We talked about some of the things you discussed. So the board hasn't come up with that game plan yet. But when it does, I completely agree. Everyone here has to get notice of it and has to have an opportunity to comment on it before it's nobody's going to disagree or talking out of turn. Nothing's happened. I think what the chairman is saying is we got to come up with a plan, because right now what is happening ain't working. And so we've got to figure out what the problems are and how to fix it in a fiscally responsible way, because we don't have an unlimited budget. And I don't know, the cost of an off-duty officer, especially on the weekends, I mean, it's get a couple of officers, a couple $100 an hour. It's big bucks. And so we're trying to figure out a solution that's sensible.
Well, why can't we solution to me? Okay, we're all given permits when we buy our people. Should be a very simple solution. The people use their stuff. I have one as an owner. Then I have guests. Okay. If the owner is supposed to be responsible. Whoever the landowner is responsible for it. Officer comes up, I got my owner's sticker on. You know about it. I got two guests, and my two guests are the one screwing up. You say, is that something? That's an easy answer. You got your owner's sticker, you got your guest sticker. Owner is responsible. If you get caught on the street without your owner's sticker, and you're not with an owner, you don't.
you don't belong here.
You don't belong here. Simple as, is it not?
Because it's the people that are.
Enforcement. It's a problem. It is. We've done it a million different ways. We opened up the right-of-ways, and the sheriff's department couldn't mess with anybody right away. They run off the right-of-ways, tear up the road, and run in the, I mean, there's a million ways to go about this, and there's a million problems that we got to solve. The sticker, I said it, I don't know what kind of sticker we have. I want a big orange sticker like this, which is the second part of this plan.
Put a flag on, I don't care.
They have a flag, and they're supposed to have the flag down.
Put a flag on
A
my
big
truck.
sticker with a number, and that's where we're going. That's where we're going. We may be going, the whole board's got to feel, we're not even done. We've just started. And we're gonna go through this again, and we're gonna come up with a plan, not just for the right-of-ways, for the reservoir. Because the reservoir, I'm telling y'all, is going by the wayside soon if this continues.
Oh, I agree.
I'm telling you, we're gonna lose it, and this is where we are. We're trying to solve this problem now. I mean, come on, man, stand out there, go to the Flagpole store on Friday afternoon and watch it. And I don't mean this in a bad way. Toy hauler after toy hauler after 40-foot trailer after 40-foot trailer with 10 four-wheelers piled up on them with tires like this. Now, what do you think they're doing out here? They're digging up and tearing up half a hell, everything they can do. And that's the problem we gotta stop. And you can't tell these guys, and they'll tell you, you can get him, but you can't get him. There's the problem. So that's why we're trying to come up with a solution that's gonna work for everybody. I got on the road the other day, got my four-wheeler fixed, took off, hit the road. I got all the way to Cabbage Palm. I said, oh, I turned back around, went back home and parked it. So I've hurt myself too, but we have to, what I think we need to do, and we talked about it last month, we're gonna have to have a workshop. We're gonna have to put some ideas together, and then we're gonna have to attack. We did approve someone to watch the gate, did we not? I'm trying to remember. We have to do that. Like it or not, we have to do it. We've had them throw the four-wheelers over the fence. We've had the locks busted, the gate busted. We got to build a stronger gate. We have to do a lot of different things because this is not working. And believe it or not, you think you're upset now, when somebody comes in and locks that place up and says, this is over, you're really going to be upset. And it's going to happen.
Some of you may
When I was on this board the last time, we were approached about the wetlands. Mr. Turner can tell you, some reason the attention is gone from us for now. I'm thinking they got bigger fish to fry somewhere else. It's coming back, people. The wetlands are still there and we're running all over them. Yes, sir.
The wholesale exchange on the South Florida Water Management District Board went from business friendly to pro-environment.
Yes,
so
sir.
I don't think that's something that's going to swing back. Yes, sir.
I want to say
Remember,
this.
if they come back, it's not gonna be stickers, or they'll
Yeah.
shut it down.
They'll lock it up.
That's a stormwater reservoir.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you guys one
Okay.
We're
going down to the store.
We're going-
I'm not going to down there to the damn dump.
Well, we're taking care of all of it. It's all part of the problem.
Officer Stevens.
Okay, well, that's your opinion.
I'm hearing solutions to problems, and when I spoke to the sheriff's office, I was told that the law was gonna be the law. So here I am listening.
On the road.
On the road.
On the road.
Okay, no one is on the road. So here I am listening to maybe solving problems. I was told, when I called them, forget it. It's gonna be the entire county. So now there's something different that I don't know about?
No, that's not what he said.
No, this is not private, they own the
I call it,
road.
wait a minute, hold it. I use that word and maybe I shouldn't, because the county does not pave out here, we do. We're a different government entity.
You are
So
unincorporated.
we control the roads here and the traffic, we put up the signs, so it's a little
But they have
different.
jurisdiction
I shouldn't
over
use
it.
that word, yes. We have jurisdiction. The county does on property, not roads. They can't come in and tell us what to do on roads. They got code enforcement.
what they told me?
Well, they do.
So
If they want to tell us what we're doing on our roads, they need to start paying. And that's okay, we do.
So for example, most roads are dedicated to the public.
Right.
These roads are not.
Exactly.
These roads are owned and fee by Central County. So I know you got the law there, it doesn't really matter because Central County can develop restrictions that are different than those, and not to say that they should, but they can be different, they can be stricter
That's the
depending on.
difference between Central County and Flagpole around there. Because everybody over there has golf carts. You see them on the sidewalk, going to the store and back. We're not enforcing them over there, as far as I see.
Hey, listen, I've been pulled over on 95 and people have passed me driving faster, but the policeman doesn't care that other people got away. He caught me. I mean, I was the slowest. But listen, the point here is, this is the forum to come up with some ideas. First, you got to identify the problems. Things to fix the problems. This is the beginning of that discussion.
Yes, and back to Flagpole, you don't see all these toy haulers and trailers coming into Flagpole and paying Flagpole on Friday. There's the difference.
Swamp buggies, golf carts, remember those golf carts? The slow moving vehicles, all of that.
No. For the record. No.
Yes, I
For the
have.
record, Okay?
Yes, I've seen some.
Okay, listen, we're not
No,
gonna be
wait a minute,
arguing.
wait a minute.
Absolutely, yeah, go ahead, we're not gonna be arguing.
I pay taxes.
I do too.
No, will you listen to me, please? Because I have an aquaponics system.
Everybody pays taxes.
And I pay federal income tax on that property. Now, if I have a unit that, correct me if I'm wrong, Lieutenant, if I have a unit used as a farm implement, right, and I'm paying federal income tax, I believe I'm allowed to go to point A to point B if it's something to do with farming. All right? So, no. You check the law. You check the law.
0.2074.
All right, guys. Like, listen, we're not gonna be arguing and debating this all night. We got a problem that we gotta solve, and we're gonna listen to, we can't listen to everybody. Yes, somebody over there raised their hand while ago before you did. Nobody? Okay, yes, sir.
So our first issue is the legality issue, right? It's because solutions are after the matter, after it becomes legal.
Well, the roads are not gonna be legal ever, so you can
Okay,
forget
no,
that.
I'm not talking about, okay, so we're talking about flagging and figuring out who belongs to where, where the responsibility falls and who's gonna be accountable. But that's only after the fact, once we figure out how this can even happen, correct? So what's our current legality situation with the,
It can happen.
I mean, we can flag whatever, and they can still tell us no because of Florida state statutes, correct?
I just what I said. You're not gonna ride on the road. That's never gonna happen. The right of ways, when this problem is solved, if this board chooses to 3-2 vote, they can be opened back up. But there has to be another way.
Okay,
This free for all that we're having's gotta stop.
So that's our first.
That's
issue.
where we're going. But we're not gonna sit here and debate this all night. We're gonna have a workshop and we're gonna take care of this. Yes.
The roadway, correct me if I'm wrong, the roadway is the side of the road.
Nature to nature.
Sidewalk.
Nature to nature.
Right.
Nature to nature.
Right. So, the side of the road is still applicable.
Well, but there's right of ways from the canal to someone's lot. Is what we're talking about, that were left open over the years. I don't know how many there was. I think they even had a 9 to 11 hours and everything else. And that's what we said last meeting, that it was all stopping until we got this worked out and got this stopped. Because people are running all hours of the night. They come by my house, I hear them ripping and roaring and tearing. So we have people here complaining about the roads. I mean, for the last 3 months, that's all we hear. The roads, the roads, the roads. We're running after them as hard as we can. And the minute you get done on the road, somebody's spinning donuts on the road. So we have to give these guys a chance to catch up somehow while we get a plan, which is what we talked about last month, coming up with a plan that works for everybody. And my thinking was, a lot of people are thinking the same way, is a big bright sticker, come to the office, we're probably gonna re-register, the picture sounds good, we're gonna take ideas and we're gonna put something together that will work. And we have someone that's gonna be at the gate, we never had anyone there before. On the weekends, we're gonna start watching the gate, we have to. It's worth a little extra money, because if not, we're going to lose the reservoir. So,
You just answered half the problem right there. Because you got somebody at the gate.
that was part of
And they're not being, no, they can't get in there. They ain't gonna be running the road.
And we talked about hiring a deputy to sit out there on Saturday and Sunday too. Paying whatever it was, we talked about removing numbers, we talked about doing that.
Oh, they've been around.
Well, good, that's what we want.
They have been around.
Because this place is getting very popular, very fast. People are coming from everywhere and doing whatever they want here, and it's gotta stop.
Yes, sir, you have.
Somebody else got it? Yes.
If you recall, I'm the one who pushed. The reason why I refer to numbers,
Do you have a microphone?
physical depth of that road to control that.
We've already approved this. Okay, quickly.
So if we control the reservoir, you pretty much stop majority of the issue, correct?
Well,
If you get, these guys are coming in to tear that place up.
well, not just that.
Majority of it. They're running back and
Back to
forth
what
to
the
get back
gentleman
and forth.
said about right of ways, it's not part of it. It is part of it because they rip and run all hours of all night long through these right of ways, through the reservoir, through these and that's what we have to stop.
We have to stop that, but
Yes.
the majority of
All
our
hours
issue
of the
is
night.
coming from out of that
Ride
reservoir.
whenever.
You see them all loaded down every single
Yeah,
one.
but right now it's not the reservoir because the roads are on the main property that are getting destroyed. So right now it's not the reservoir. It will be just as soon as the binoculars get put back on, if I may use that word.
Well, I
It's
would
gonna
say
be a
they're out
problem.
there now.
It
I mean,
already
we're
was a
closing down
problem.
right
It
now.
already was a problem. And like I said, for some reason they're looking the other way, but they'll be back. And it's gonna be a problem. So right now, to gather this thing up, for those of you who want to be able to ride here, we gather this thing up, we get a plan, and I will tell you, everyone's gonna have to do their part. If you guys, and I know a lot of people don't like it, you see people ripping and roaring and throwing garbage, somebody's gotta let somebody know. I hate to say it, but that's the way it's gotta be.
I have.
Yes,
Where
ma'am.
is he? Everybody here obviously cares about being out there riding their foliage.
Yes.
My point is, if you see people coming up
Yes.
on the weekends, call the sheriff's department. Stop hiding behind your cars or your houses and not saying anything. Call them. I am. They'll be out here. There's a deputy out here recording his time, am I right? Patrol.
Yes.
Call them. Let them, follow them if you have to. Be a safe distance. Don't interact with them. But tell on them. I mean, that's the only way it's going to get stopped. Get their crap towed out of here and then they'll quit.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, it's not.
Hang on a second, I got a gentleman back there that has his hand up. Go ahead, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, I'm just saying, if they come by my house, and I live on a dead end road, my kids are out there playing.
Yes.
And that's when my kids get hit.
Yes,
It ain't gonna be a bull or be a toad, it's gonna be a body bag coming out of here, because those are my kids.
I agree.
And they come without any regard to these houses that are nearby.
I don't know who, I hate to use the word they, because that covers a lot of people that may not, but everybody here sees it. I don't believe anyone here can say they don't see it. The ripping and the roaring, and it just, they don't care. I had a fence fall down, they were on my property, 2 houses on my property, running up and down, tearing up a foundation that I have, and wanting to know why I was mad. They do not care. They come here to play. Not all of them, but most of these guys, people that come here to play, just with their playground. A guy said it, and I'm not gonna ask anyone, but a guy said it not long ago. Y'all don't let us come in here no more, I'm gonna sell my lot. I didn't pay me $3,000 for it. I don't care, I'm gonna come back. Great, that's what we want. Don't come back. But we have to do something about it. We can't keep talking about it and not doing anything about it. Yes, sir.
They don't have no power, they should. Guys over here, they got anything to say about it?
What guys?
Oh, there was one, two, 3 over there.
I'm gonna bring their concern. Yes, sir. Right, y'all.
For the most part, I actually agree with it right now. When we're focusing on the reservoir, what about Pine Lake, the end of Dado, where they're tearing it up? Everywhere else. I mean,
That's
we're
part of the
focusing on
right-of-ways.
that route. We need to focus it more on these areas where they're going. A lot of the vehicles that we're coming across is over there.
Right.
There's not many people going to the reservoir because they gotta pay to get a key, or they gotta jump a gate, or they gotta.
Why
It's easier, they go right to the property.
You know what though? That's why the right-of-ways have been shut down, because that's what I'm saying. Right now, it's really not the reservoir. It will be, it is, but this has been brought to light more. The roads, the right-of-ways, people running all over the place. So you gotta stop it. Stop it. Meanwhile, you stop it. They have the authority to do what they need to do, and then we are going to push on and find a solution. So everyone who lives here, that lives here, that is here all the time, can drive their forward. We're working on it, but we can't do it all overnight.
Do you really think that if we lose the reservoir, do you really think the problem will be over with the ATV on the street?
So that's why we did what we did. They're stopping, hold on y'all, everybody can't talk. Everybody can't talk. So that's why we've done what we've done. Now, we have to come up with a solution that works for everyone. Yes, sir.
Why don't we?
The lady that's not here. Trust me, yeah.
What links them all together? Hold on. What links all these private properties together? The right of ways. That is the vein of it all. They run through this right of way to go over there, they run through that right of way to go over there, and that's why we stopped it for now.
I can go down, what's that road over? It's not paved, yeah, that one.
I better not pay.
All right.
Why not?
Because
Come on,
you
let's
can't.
think of that.
Section 316 says
Hey,
I can.
listen, we're not in the debate, we're not here to debate. Go ahead and say what you gotta say, let's move on.
I can go down that road with my license and registration, and my son, that's 10 years old, he can be on his, and he has a helmet, because it has to be an adult riding, the child has to be riding an adult. I can cross the street to get where I need to get. Is there a problem with that?
No.
Can't ride across the road.
Hold on, right here. Hold on, hey, I done told you we're not gonna argue here. We'll stop this right now, and we'll go to something else. You asked him a question, let him give you an answer, and we're moving on. We're not gonna do this all night long.
The answer to your question, I'm not quite sure. I do believe there is access from, as long as you're just crossing, I do believe, but I'm not sure, that is acceptable. Could be very well be wrong on that.
But where, the point is, where are you crossing? You're crossing into a right of way that you can't go in anyway, so it's no for now.
No, he's talking about dirt roads. Being able to-
Oh,
he's talking
yeah,
about
you
right
get off,
of way.
and you walking across the road.
Across the same road you're talking about.
No, I'm crossing a paved road. I'm on the dirt road, I'm crossing the dirt
Okay,
road.
you're crossing Dale,
Right.
Punching, to go on.
Really, all of that state is considered crossing on dirt roads, but not four-wheeler on
And a small one.
It's an unregistered vehicle. It's registered
We gotta go by the ones in contact, the street legal ones, they have the mirrors and shit. Yes, exactly, that's what everybody's looking at. I'll run right out of the door. Put that bitch up for some.
No, I tried to get one for mine, and they won't give it to me. All right.
One more thing, I'm sorry.
Okay, one more thing, that's it.
I see, right on Hunt, there's a sign to share the road with horses. If we're having so much problem with the, whatever, on the roads, can you propose signs that ATVs are not allowed on these major streets? So we can avoid this
Do
problem.
you know what those signs cost? They'll run over them, so I hate to be negative, but I just.
No, but you are being a lot negative.
Yeah,
trust
well,
me.
there's my negative right there. He's taking care of business.
Which one?
That one right there, his crew.
This guy or
Yes,
this guy?
all of them. They're taking care of business. Yes, sir. Somebody else. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, since the bowler is not supposed to be on the road, I live on the hunting club, and there's bowlers and dirt bikes that go down that road all the time.
Yes.
So what do we do?
Call the sheriff's department. Call the sheriff's office.
Yes, that's something.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but that's all we have. They can't be out here 24/7. That's all we have. Yes.
I can go outside before it goes fuck off.
That's actually because Henry County has an ordinance against that.
Well,
They can't have it. I can give you the number.
we know. I've talked to, he can tell you, I've talked to Mr. Swindle about it. So, all right, guys. You want to say something? Hold on. Y'all, hold on.
If I could.
Yes, sir.
There's one intrinsic fallacy to the way that you're going.
Okay.
The laws, the road laws, are designed for safety. Okay? That's why they're there. just the use of an off-road vehicle on the road isn't safe. So you're not going to get around this problem by trying to divert yourself from the law. You have to find out, get a solution that allows you to go to the reservoir wherever that is not guided by the law. And that's the only way around this. Now, could you make a parking lot for their toy haulers? Absolutely, that might be a solution. There could be 1,000 other solutions to this problem. But the simple fact is that you cannot ride them down the road or an easement or the right-of-way of a road at all. And you can't ride it on private property because then the owners of the property are upset because then, like, rightfully so, their property is getting torn up. So this is the problem that you're in. We would love to find a solution to this, to make it right for everybody, but we have to do it in a different way because you're not going to get around the safety issue. So
We will find a way.
no, yeah,
We're gonna find, no, we're gonna find a constructive way to do this. Yes, sir.
Can you share what other counties have done?
No, I can't. I don't know. So there are not many counties like Henry County.
One issue that we have not talked about, and we hear, Lieutenant, the majority of the crimes in Montuna are committed on an ATV.
Yep, my house was, absolutely.
All right, so you got to keep that in mind. Most of the yahoos that only come to ride or they come to steal.
All right, guys, listen, we're gonna wind this up. We're gonna have a workshop. We're gonna have a workshop and we will let everyone know. I don't know, we'll get a date together and do some more on this. I wanna talk a little more and get some more, guidance. Yes, yes, it's an open meeting just like this. You can come, it'll be 2 hours for, yes, to discuss solutions and, yes,
Could it
sir.
possibly be at the clubhouse? There's like 30 people out there that could not even, there was like 30, 40
We'll,
people out there.
we will let you know in that notice where it's gonna be.
If you ever send that
Someplace maybe a little
So notice,
It's gonna be on the bulletin board or
ccwcdfl.com. ccwcdfl.com. Check that all the notices will be posted on the website.
The last time I looked at the website, it wasn't even working right.
Guys, y'all gotta remember that we're all in this, we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. We just gotta, and I guarantee you, we'll come up with something that works for everybody.
That big red flag.
But we have to stop this now, or we're not gonna have anywhere to go. Okay? Yes, sir.
What's your green registration sticker they give me when I go to a dealer and purchase a brand new vehicle and the state charges me for that green registration sticker?
It's not DMV.
Go to the tag office.
It's not a license plate.
Yeah.
No, but I'm asking, you know what that green sticker is for?
I don't know.
It says it belongs to you, it's registered to you.
Listen,
But that doesn't make it legal for the road.
That's what I wanna know.
I was at the tag office yesterday, and I told them I wanted to register my Rhino, and they laughed at me. Right on her screen, it popped up. No, I haven't, just like anybody else. Title, registration, and the whole 9 yards. And it, on her screen, it says it, big letters, can't register.
You know, there is an exception to that.
Can't get a tag.
The only thing that keeps
Yeah,
the
as long as you
road.
have blinkers, headlights.
You know, there is an exception to that. There's a state, I forget what state, that they're actually legal. If you file one in that state, they have to register.
Well, we may be going that way. All right. Yes, ma'am. Last one.
Website again. Can they give us the website again?
It's CCWCD, Central County Water Control, FL.com. If we updated the website, so I'm not okay with technology, but if you were going to the website before, it's stuck in your cache, means you're going to the old website, you have to clear it and go to the new one.
Yeah, I know that, but it's still not working.
So it's working.
Well, there's no information there. You guys aren't posting
Yeah,
anything.
the meetings are posted there.
When did you do it?
Huh?
When did you do that? It wasn't there?
It's there, it's on the main, it's on the main page. If you go, it'll bring you down to the meetings. All of the meetings for the rest of the year, they're posted there. Okay.
All the meeting agendas, all the public notice, all the backup memos, everything is
The
posted.
workshops, I have to post them to the Lewiston News.
Anytime this board meets, it's posted on the website, period. It cannot meet.
So the workshop.
There is no workshops on the website.
It wasn't workshops on the website.
It should be.
It was when you agreed, then I posted it on the advertisement, in the newspapers.
Put it on the website. It's 5 minutes.
It'll be a workshop / meeting, so we can vote and do whatever we need to do right then, right there.
Mr. Fumetto, maybe you could this evening enlighten us, and when I say us, I mean the board and Becky, on getting a Facebook website for Central County.
You guys have one?
We have no, not a Facebook. That's a private, that's somebody that privately did it. It's not, it's not ours.
How does an industry do it?
Call that a
Without
community.
putting
Yeah,
one
not
person
the,
on it?
not the Montura talk, there's one actually says Central County. It was, that time it was updated in 2012.
Just because it's
I
called
don't
Central
have-
County doesn't mean that the county
Yeah,
is.
doesn't mean it's ours.
You can call it whatever you want.
Exactly. Okay.
And I'm just like.
All right, let's get on with it. Where were we? Let's just see.
So, just to help you, so what we need to do is do the meeting minutes. Then Commissioner Swindell's here, we have an item that we want to add on.
Not Swindle, that's,
I'm sorry, Turner.
They do
I don't know if he's here because of that. There's an item to add on the agenda.
Oh, yeah, we have to, send it to the last, need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
All those in favor?
What?
Me too.
That way, there's a difference. Meeting minutes, this and that was discussed. That's all it is. They're concerned about some of the action items.
What we did.
One down. They can raise them again. Just because they usually adopt the meeting minutes doesn't mean it's.
Right, when it's done, three majority vote. We can go back over. So we accept the minutes. All those in favor?
Motion, second.
All those in favor? Aye.
He explained it, so that's
All right, the district manager's report. Oh, yeah, you need to speak.
No, I don't, are you talking about the issue with the planning for the community?
Yes, yes.
Let's go ahead and get that out.
So we have, just so you know, I talked to Margaret today, and we've got a resolution to support the county. If you want to get some backup.
Hold on a minute. Come on, y'all, let's throw it down. If you want to talk, go outside. We want to be able to hear what we're saying.
So, thank you all for allowing me to speak. My name is Parson Turner, I'm the Commissioner of Union County, District 5. I have a portion of the Monterey area. And the county did last night move forward with, it's not a community development block grant, but it's from the Department of Economic Opportunity, I believe. Can't remember.
It is,
Maybe
yes.
The Department of Community Affairs is going away. Anyway, we're applying for this grant, which is going to hopefully award Henry County dollars that will allow for our planning staff to come out and meet with you all as a community. Have meetings like this, meetings at the clubhouse, meetings wherever in the world you all would like to have it, and have multiple times for the guests to give their feedback, for us to say where this is bad, where that is good, pros, cons, so forth, hash it all out, put it on a big board, and then come together with a more formidable plan that we would like to see Montura look like in the years to come, after we're all dead and gone, to be honest with you. And so, trying to add piece to a little bit of piecemeal, if you will. The county has done this in Fella. We like to think that it was a successful process. The county has most recently done this in the Wheeler Estates community, which is right on the Lee County, Henry County line, and they just rave about it. And so I said to our board last night, if Commissioner Swindle has already met and has y'all's buy-in, then by all means we need to push this forward first. And then in the event y'all were not on board with it, we were going to push it to the pioneer community. I'm glad to hear that y'all are on board with it. That's great. If we're fortunate enough to get those dollars from the state, y'all are going to be the next one up in the ballot box. So
This is a great, I tell you, it's, this is a technical assistance grant, we call it.
That's it.
It's from the State Department of Economic Opportunity. You know, we have to get the grant, but it's important that Central County support the request to get the state grant. And like the commissioner said, this process has a lot of public participation, lots of public workshops for the community, and we talk about what they want this place to look like 5, 10, 25 years from now. It can only be a benefit in the end. It's work I've heard been very positive. I heard from the Wheeler at the West End, Lincoln County, it worked very well. So you've got a resolution on your agenda, it's an add-on item.
Mr. Turner, short comment. 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, the county came. And I forget the name of the lady that was in charge of that workshop. And it was Chapman also that was there. No.
Saturday, I was still here.
And there were the audience or the residents of Montura. Excuse me? Yes, yes. But they were angry because they thought one issue was with the animals and the restrictions and the rezoning of Montura. So I'm just telling you that the idea is wonderful, but it did not fly by the residents of Montura. And this was 3 years ago.
But since then, since then, you've had fish farms put everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone has complained
Whether we
about
wanted it or not.
Everyone has complained about it. So this, if this goes on, this will stop that. There'll be an area, places like that.
I'm just
And this
telling
is
you
the
that it
beginning.
happened.
Yeah, this is the beginning. Oh yeah, I remember. We were here. I remember it well. But we gotta try it again. We gotta get some kind of order here so we know what's what and what's going where.
If I can speak, Ms. Miller,
Yes.
to your point, I think that happens in multiple communities, and no disrespect to previous staff in the county, but I don't think that there was a lot of follow through on those actions that were requested of different communities. I will also tell you that I do feel that we pushed some zoning restrictions down that were a little bit invasive or maybe overbearing. I would equate it though, maybe this is a bad example to use with the temperature in the room right now, but it's kind of like when you let the horse out of the bag or the ATV down the side of the road, and they just overextend their boundaries a little bit. So I think that this is a natural tool to pull that back in a little bit, pull the reins back, so to speak. And I would challenge you all to really try to get the community engaged, because in Wheeler Estates, we had a gentleman that moved from Lee County because he couldn't have, like, I don't know what the rule was, 4 chickens or 12 chickens, I don't remember what it was, but it was a specific number that Lee County said you can't have it. He looks on the books in Henry County, he says, I'm going right across the border, I can have as many chickens as I like. And then right out of the gate, we changed the rules just to what you're speaking, probably not the exact same time. And he comes to a board meeting, he's irate, we said, sorry, bud, the problem is we have responsible people, and we have idiots that want to put 700 chickens, and I'm not exaggerating, maybe I am exaggerating, 150 chickens and 5 horses on 2.5 acres, and then we go out and we see, you know, a situation where animals are emaciated, starving to death on the hoof or on the claw, so to speak, and we have to deal with that, and then the news press picks up on this back. Those are obviously are very isolated incidents, but we have to try to find a way to put those.
I agree. I'm just
Yes, ma'am,
recalling
but I hear you
what
loud and
happened.
clear. Yes, ma'am. And then, and if I could, I know this isn't on point, it's probably a little bit obtrusive with me, but to your discussion prior about the ATVs, this exact same discussion is happening in Pioneer. I don't know if y'all heard.
I haven't.
I attended a meeting, I think March 23rd, on a Saturday. There was over 150 people in the Pioneer Community Center. A huge majority of them are from Miami-Dade, Broward. They're very irate because they bought what they feel is their piece of paradise. They've moved up here and they think they're in the middle of nowhere. And in my opinion, they're impeding on the people that have been here forever and a day. And so we're trying to find that happy balance, and it's going to get ugly. But we are contemplating that registration and flag, and that's one of the variables that we're considering. And I think that we've got to all put our heads together on this, because you know, a long time ago, Chrome Avenue and all that stuff in 88 and where you're at down in Kendall, that was, you know, they came out to the middle of nowhere right off of 441 and drove their 4-wheelers. Now, they live there, and this is the hour that they're driving away to the middle of nowhere. Arden Homes and Waxahachie didn't have anybody in it. So all of that massive humidity could go out there. Now they're coming here to recreate, and they can care less about us.
There's a lot of good people. There's some good people that come out here, but from what I've seen, the majority, they don't care. And they said it, I heard it 5 years ago. I heard it from some people that heard it the other day, and the voice is the same. We're out here to have fun. We're going to rip and roar, and if they don't let us, we're selling our locker. We don't care, and that's exactly the problem.
I look forward to that conversation.
So we definitely, it's a good one. But I agree with something you said. I've been hammered hard for that. They are. They're coming here. We don't go to Hialeah and run all over Hialeah and tear up everything. And that's what I'm saying. Is people don't like it, but it's true. We live here. We're here all the time. They come here on the weekend, rip and roar, do what they want, and leave. And there's the difference.
Yeah, now my mom can't even go to the bus stop and get grandkids on side by side with a bunch of idiots. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. It's just what your days is done.
And there are some people that come out and are responsible.
Thank you.
That's it. Nothing else.
Anything else?
Get it while the iron's hot.
We had a good budget workshop yesterday. First time ever in 11 years as an elected official that I heard a county administrator contemplate lowering the village.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I was really well.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Manager's report. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Don't forget we got a vote. On what? Wait a minute. The resolution. Yeah, the resolution. We need a motion. Second. All those in favor? Motion carried. It's done. Mike said he brought it on.
I am. Are you?
All right. Go ahead.
Giving it up, huh?
Could have told you that, man. Shut down.
Please be quiet.
They all favor day.
Just wait a minute.
Madeline, where are the cameras?
It ain't done?
This one. I'll
Oh, it ain't done.
Close that door.
Yeah, there's so
Close
loud.
the back door.
Y'all coming in?
Yeah, I'm going in. I'm paying taxes, I'm going in.
Come here.
Come on in and sit down, taxpayer.
Yep. Baldy.
All right, go ahead.
Homeside is finally open on Fridays and Saturdays. Well, every day, but Friday and Saturday, 9 to 3 days. Woodland Project is done.
Excuse me, let me interrupt you on the didn't we have an incident with an employee and a resident that wanted to dump some in a commercial truck?
Yes.
What was the issue?
This last weekend, the employee that was there called me and told me that there was a guy screaming and cursing and he wanted to fight him and everything.
This is the same problem we're going to be facing with the four-wheeler if we put an individual out there.
Okay.
The reason why...
Did y'all call the sheriff's department?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Why didn't we get an incident report on that? Why didn't you write us an incident report? Because you told me something about this on Monday. Today's Wednesday. I didn't get an incident report on that.
He did it on Spanish. I haven't passed it to her that she needs to put it on.
That's not an incident report from you, the manager, is a one sentence. We had an incident on this day with exactly what you just said, and that's it.
I think she means just like an email. Going,
That's
hey,
what he had asked before, 3 months.
I think what we need to do is just shoot us an email.
Yeah.
When that happens,
One sentence.
just shoot everybody an email. Don't even worry about the report.
No, I don't want to see what the person wrote. I want you to tell us.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. You were saying, no, you were talking about the incident. So
Yes,
what happened?
the resident showed up with a contractor truck with a van and a trailer full of crumbling woods, a lot of stuff. So his argument was that because he was a resident in Homestead, he got the right. I said, you do, but now you're a contractor license, all your truck. So you got the right to throw the garbage away,
From
go
here.
back
From
to
here.
your house, change your truck, and you'll be a regular resident with a regular truck. But now we're a contractor truck.
And the truth is, it's hard to say, but
Yeah.
the fact that he brought the truck tells me that came from over there, and we don't take it.
Right.
What trash is here in Montura is what we take. Everything else he can take somewhere else. Homestead, Florida City, the key, I don't care, I'm not here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What is the average payment, the monthly payment for the dumpsters now?
We haven't get the bill where it's being opened. So I'll have that.
More or less, 2,000?
I think, yeah, 1,000 something.
A month?
2,000, yes.
More or less?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
The woolen prayer is already done. Change all the covers, everything is finished.
Inspected too?
By the engineer, yes, ma'am.
How many covers?
13. 13 covers in total. We didn't have to close no roads, so
I saw you.
everything went well.
Were they all the same size?
No,
If you're talking 13 folks, what size?
we changed, 4 of them were 51 feet by 36, and the other ones were 24 by either 32 or 42.
That makes sense. Those are big folks.
I've had some people from that area tell me that they've seen y'all around, they're real happy. They see that something's being done.
Well, just so you guys know about this, I got together with Chapman today because I was talking with the engineer about it. I believe we did all that job. The water is going to flow a lot easier now. It's going to get to the point where on the north side of Hula Boulevard, I was talking with the engineer about this. From the north side into our canal, it runs all the way to 9 and 10. It's still going to be the same flow. So, Mr. Chapman is going to come with the Henry County engineer tomorrow to check on that cover because it's also really in bad condition.
That's not our cover?
No. Okay. That's the one that goes from the north side to the south side on the Woodland River. So they're going to look into.
Maybe they'll change it. Yeah, that's, I mean, what's the point of doing all that if you got a bottleneck over here?
Right. So the water is going to get there quick, but it's not going to.
Hopefully they'll change it. We'll keep me in before. Maybe we'll talk to our commissioners and push a little bit, because that's a shame to do all that and then stop right there.
We're on a regular schedule on the roads. We're almost done with Hunting Club. Jumping into Appaloosa probably next week. We've been spending a lot of money on road fuel. We're up to 129,000.
What's the budget?
90,000. We're still good on the budget. It's not over the general budget, but we over on that line item.
On that line item?
Yes.
Just have to take it somewhere else.
Yes.
John, you're gonna figure out where we're at.
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Are you finished?
No. I do have the Kubota board from Sebring. I haven't given it to you guys yet because we're working on our Kubota over here. I believe we're going to be able to fix it. So if that happens, we don't have to buy another one. The playground is already on the clubhouse. The people who's going to put it together is coming on the 6th. We're still doing inventory on every single part to make sure that everything is there for them to bring over. So far, everything is good. We're only missing.
I have 2 things missing, but because everything's so stacked, you can't tell if it's there or not, but I'm pretty sure everything is there at the moment, so.
The trash pickup. I was talking with our attorney because now that the dump is open, people are still dumping a lot of garbage right outside their property on the swamp. We can't move. I'm not talking about a little bit of garbage. So we need to do something about that. Either we send. I'm sorry.
On the street?
The issue. I'm talking about on the road.
Maybe they need to.
Talking about that?
Give them a little notice that there is a place to take that stuff.
Well, we were just talking about it.
You have it for a while, so maybe they don't know it yet.
Exactly. I think we need to do 2 things. Public education that includes some information from Hendry County about what gets picked up, when it gets picked up, how it gets picked up.
We have it already.
Did a mailer?
No, we have it, the signs in front of the,
I think you need to mail them out.
Yes, I will mail.
Yeah.
That has some
mail it. And number two, for the real problem areas, county code enforcement has to step up. Because like so many things, it's about enforcing. We got, the rules are already there, it's prohibited, it's enforcing.
I have something on that. I spoke with Mr. Swindle twice this week on county code enforcement. And so everyone hears it. If there's any concerns, if you have a place that you're concerned about, take a picture, put an address on it, send it to Mr. Swindle. And I'm not so sure that, well, well, yeah, I didn't realize they had to back it up with material. Send it to either one of them. Maybe send one to us, so we'll know. I think that's the best thing to do. Send one to them and send one to us. We can't do anything about it, but we'll know that you have sent one to them. I have 2 or 3 places that I am fixing to give to him. Him and I spoke about that. He promised me that they would take care of it. Years ago, they came here. I don't know if you remember, they came here, they brought 3 people in here, they were going to clean up Ventura. And they got hit with a lot of pressure a year later, and they kind of tapered down a little bit. He promised me that they will not taper it down this time. So let's see. Let's hold it to the fire. I mean, we live out here, y'all. Let's hold it to the fire. You want to say something?
Yes. I'd love to take pictures and everything, and I'm sure a lot of people have concerns about stuff like that. But that's not up to us. That's up to the code enforcement. They need to be doing their job.
They're not going to do it.
Why not? That's
They don't have enough.
their
They
job.
don't have enough people.
They don't have enough manpower to go around the whole county.
Yeah, let's be realistic. It ain't gonna happen. Hold on a second. It ain't gonna happen. They don't have enough else. But if you send them a picture, they can't say they don't know. Because now, it's like he says, I can't cover every little thing. There's no way. But here, address. Picture of what's there and address. And you'll see, we'll see. If they gonna like Swindle.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the mailbox. I'm gonna
mail out.
Hold on. Yes, sir.
2 things before y'all get too carried away with Mike Swindle. Mike Swindle's resigning in November.
18 months.
Yeah, in November, so just kind of keep that in mind. 2 things is, if we're talking about trash that's out in front of someone's house, why are we taking the burden on getting them to bring it here and out of our pocket?
That is the county's. That's
when it's the trash company.
That's why we after I sit down, we decided to do it. Yeah, that's why
we're doing the public education.
Yeah, that's why we're doing that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no sense of trying to convince people into bringing the trash here when they can just get it somewhere else.
The signs that were bought.
Right there at the mailbox.
Right. In English and Spanish on both sides.
They still do.
I spoke with Tommy Bond. He is the new manager over special districts in regards to the waste. And I spoke to him personally because I told him the concern we had about people just dumping trash and
empty lot.
Not only on
not only on empty lot.
We're talking about the regular trash they put out next to their trash cans for the trash company to pick it up, and they failed to pick it up. Yeah. And I told them, I said, I've gotten too many complaints from our residents and nothing's being done. And you call the waste collections, and they're like, well, we'll have somebody out there. It's the same response. So I called special districts, because they're the ones that are responsible. They're the ones that hold a contract for Henry County, Ventura area with waste collections. And he told me, if you have an issue, you call me. He was supposed to meet with them on Tuesday, and he was like, I will get back with you, Becky, in regards, if you have any more situations of that nature. Get the addresses, have them call our office directly, 675-5252, I know it by heart. Write it down, call him, blow up his phone, because they are county. He is the county, they hold a contract with waste collection. They are getting ready to lose their contract with Henry County if they don't do what they're supposed to be doing.
You gotta keep in mind.
I told that to the people that usually getting the food in front of the clubhouse. I give them that idea. Get together and just call this number. And I give them the number and I pass it on a flyer.
Yes, ma'am.
In reference to the trash, what I'd like to know is, I live on South Arboleda, which goes into Pine Lake, which I put up with all that garbage. Okay, people that go to Pine Lake, they put their garbage on the side of the road. I I guess they think someone's going to pick it up. What I want to know, I used to pick it up, but I don't have my use of my side-by-side no more, so I can't go pick up the trash around my area, sorry. But I go down that road from Pine Lake every day, I think it's Coral, to the bus stop to pick up my grandkids, morning and afternoon. I want to know who mows the side of the roads here in Montour.
We do.
Okay, why in the world would you mow the side of the road in Montour with all this garbage? I mean garbage. Garbage.
They ran the
Full of
garbage bags over.
Mowed it. It's all over the place.
It's still there.
It's still there today.
I'll let you know why, because a lot of times when we go from one point to the other one, all this garbage is literally under the grass, and when you mow.
No, it was on
sir.
top of the grass.
No, sir. There's no grass there. It's dirt.
I suggest you talk to your mowing guy. Tell him that it's unacceptable.
The same thing happened on Appaloosa. There was a bunch of garbage that people go by and just throw out on the side of the road. The grass wasn't covered there.
Okay.
Same thing. What I'm saying is, I agree, people should not be nasty and throw their garbage out. People who come down, but that's people you're not gonna ever, people who don't care will never care. But I think that our employees out here in Montour, if they see the trash, they ought to pick it up before they mow it.
They'll stop the tractor, get off,
If
get
you
off
allow
the
me to
tractor
go
and
pick
go
it up on
get
my
the
side
trash.
to side, I'll go
Yes,
pick
ma'am.
it up. But I think it should be picked
Next
up.
time, if anybody, and I'm not trying to start something, but if you see one of our employees running over trash, take a picture and send it here.
I will do it.
By all means, because if they'll be written up. It ain't gonna happen anytime. There's no excuse for
Because
that.
that's terrible.
Yes.
Do we still have the side by side and picking up trash?
Can't run on the road now. That was a joke. It was a joke.
Why did they go in front of the mower and pick up?
And I think it's a good idea, but that's what he'll take care of it. Yes, take care of it. Make sure it doesn't happen anymore. That's crazy. We got enough problem with trash. And it leave, without it scattered. Oh my God. All right, so we're done with that? Yes, sir.
Are you finished,
The
Mr.?
container, the trash right here, they're open now, before it was closed.
Yeah.
So you don't have to put trash on the side no more.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me say
Things
this.
and furniture, stuff like that, people bring it over here.
What are we allowing?
It depends. You're not allowed to dump any debris, any hazardous tires.
No.
But if the county will pick it up, let the county pick it up. Y'all gotta remember something, you're paying taxes to the county, okay, let them do that. Because if you come here and it's here for you to do, if you come here, it's gonna cost you double. You're paying them, they're not picking up, you're paying for this, so try to let them pick it up first. And then.
Furniture and everything is picked up by the county. Put it in front of your house. Regular days, they pick up.
Remember, call the county, that's their job. Call the county commissioners.
If they miss, let's say they miss Friday, right? They'll pick it up next Tuesday. No, they pick it up next Tuesday. At least in my area.
Hold them to the fire. Hold them to the fire.
It's every Tuesday and Friday. Put refrigerators, you gotta call them. But everything else, read the sign on next to the mailbox. They're very simple. In Spanish and English.
I was there the other day, I didn't see it.
Oh, it's look white. Okay, on the sign.
Where were we? Armenia?
The update on the boom mover is for June 9th. We have our boom mover. Well, it's coming to the dealer on June 9th. And I guess they'll bring it the same day of the next one, but it's around June 9th. And FEMA projects are being obligated, so we should be getting some money from FEMA. Very soon.
Yes, ma'am.
I went today to your office. Gorgeous. Her office, better than yours. Beautiful.
That's okay, I'm never in the
No,
office.
it's
so
true. I'm not gonna lie. But I went to both, okay? And because I have been called by some residents about the clubhouse. I decided, since I'm here already, let me go to the clubhouse. I don't know what happened with the clubhouse. I got depressed. Very few chairs, not a welcoming room for the residents of Montour. It's not a welcoming room for the people that come to see Montour to decide if they're going. They usually come to the clubhouse first. You know that because you, all the time you've been there. And I couldn't believe the difference between this office or the clubhouse when you were there and the clubhouse today. My opinion is unacceptable. I don't know about the rest of the members, if you've gone there, if you've seen it. It's not welcoming. 3 chairs, 2 brand new chairs on one side, the sofas all the way on the other side, and not even a round table, not even the old 50-year-old mat, wood tables with those wooden chairs. That wasn't even out. So if I go in there and I see a whole room that is open, I can't believe that that's the recreation room. I know that the sign is out there, that you made those beautiful signs last year, the year before, year and a half ago. Okay, that's what I got from it when I went. Okay?
When you say not welcoming, what are you exactly?
Not welcoming, I don't know what to call that room. Outside of the 4 tables that I know that are pool tables on one side, everything is open, and there was nothing. Even the lights were out. Okay, it was 8:30 when I left your office, 8:30 in the morning, whatever.
I got a question.
They open at 9?
You have anything to say about this?
Well, no, I want to finish my list.
As soon as I get
And
this
then
done,
you,
then you can go ahead.
because I'm going to forget it, and I left it at home and I had to rewrite
Go right
it.
ahead.
Okay. I have these, and I'm directing them to you because you are the manager, and I'm assuming you're going to give me the answer. I looked at the pool that has not passed inspection.
The pool has been under construction for the last month.
For the last month. That's a long time. I saw the job that the construction company did on the cement.
Yes,
It's all cracked.
we know that. We're working on it. The engineer is aware of it.
Did they get paid?
No,
They have not gotten paid for anything.
they haven't get paid yet.
Right. And they haven't told you when they're gonna fix it?
The engineer spoke with them. They're supposed to be going there next week. I think you said, Mr. Denny?
Okay. So eventually, when that is fixed, and there were the signs for the how many feet in the pool and all that, can't see it.
We
they
have
put the
all
cement?
that already. I have to take it, actually next week, I already brought all the tiles, because they're gonna be tiles, the whole change now.
It has to be
So
tiles.
the tiles on the sides, I'm not doing anymore, they gotta be on top of the step. We already ordered the tiles, we have them, and I have to go to the pool and redo all that on top of the
Can I answer that question of yours about the cracks? Those are structural cracks, Larry. I'm sure you've seen those cracks. Those are hairline cracks. There's no way to stop those cracks from happening.
That's correct, but think what happened, and that's part of my report. I think what happened is the concrete that they received was actually a stronger mix, and it set very fast, and it cracked. They had one load. What makes me know that is that they had one load they had to send it back because it was starting to set up in the truck. So they sent them a pretty hot mix of concrete, and they didn't know that's what it was, so the shrinkage cracked setting up too fast.
So he's gonna redo the entire.
No, what he's got is there's a product out there that you can put on the concrete that coating that will fix the crack, seal the cracks and put it on the surface of the concrete. And that's what he's.
You're okay with that?
Yes, I've seen that product.
Okay, I'm not finished. Thank you. All right, the issue of children under 12 must be with their parents, I agree with. Because of the age. But those that are 12-year-old and more, they should be allowed to be in that clubhouse. Not only in the swimming pool. I heard, I'm just telling you what I heard, okay? If it's not true, you tell me it's not true, but I'm bringing it up because I was told. Is there any way, since little children cannot go, and sometimes little children could be 15 years old and they're short, and you're not gonna say you can't be 15, you must be 10. Can you buy a machine that would laminate cards where you will have them bring in their ID from school, whatever, that has their birth date and their name, laminated, and you want to come in, you're over 12, you bring that with you all the time.
Are we talking about minors?
12-year-olds. It's on your pool.
I know,
Yeah,
but are we
12-year-olds.
talking about minors being by themselves in the clubhouse without parents?
I experienced it myself, them
12-year-old.
destroying stuff at the clubhouse, destroying stuff, and they watched me and they said, "Hi Valerie," thinking that I was Valerie, and they watched me, watch them, and they were doing it right in front of me. So that's why they're.
Unless we want,
Okay,
unless
well
we
then
want,
you're gonna have to change that sign.
unless you want Central County to be liable for children under age, you are putting that clubhouse as a daycare. Those are minors.
Well, 12, you
a
are
daycare now.
distinguishing between a 12-year-old and older, 17-year-old, whatever, and is the 17-year-old gonna come with his mother? And an 18-year-old?
I think once you're able to have an ID that's issued by the state, you should be allowed there, which I think is 15. When you're issued a state by the
Okay, well, I made it even easier. I said we make a loan and we give it to them.
like a
But the
state
state?
ID.
Okay,
ID
so
does
that
not
is a
show-
solution.
It does not show.
Yeah, but
the
you
birth
can
date.
get a state ID
No, your sign says,
Like an actual.
your sign says
That's different.
12 years or older. I was there today.
That's for
Not
the
a state
pool.
ID, like a driver's
For the
license.
pool, yeah.
Okay, so they could go there without their parents to the pool if they're 12 years old or older. They cannot come in into the pool, into the clubhouse.
This, the more, some times ago, when Cookie was here, they agreed that 12-year-old or older could be in the pool by themselves, but the parents has to be in the clubhouse. That's what I was told. when
That's not what the sign says.
The sign is for the pool, not for the
Well,
clubhouse.
but you just finished telling me the parents have to be in the clubhouse while the kid is in the pool.
That's correct. Because the sign says that if you're 12 years or older, you can be in the pool by yourself. That's what the sign says.
The sign says if you're 12 and older, you can be in the pool. If you're under 12, which is 11 and under, because if you're 12,
You cannot be there.
You cannot be there.
I
The parents
understood
have to
that.
watch.
That's not my argument. My argument is, if that 15-year-old wants to go into the clubhouse, he's not allowed to?
There isn't a sign there that says nothing about clubhouse. It's just pool.
I know that.
So we
And
have to
that's
make a
why
sign.
I'm asking that question.
So what are you arguing about?
You have to make a sign.
Yeah. We've
Saying
been
what?
saying it.
Saying what? What is that sign gonna say?
But to be honest, I don't think you want to have
I kinda like
12-year-olds
what
and
else that
older. If they're like 12, 13, 14, or 15 in there, I witnessed myself them destructing stuff. And they want to come always and play pool and stuff. And they don't have, because you have to give a deposit and they break the sticks and they do what they want because they're a teenager.
Okay, so what you're saying is, okay, let's summarize this, so we don't hit it again. What you're saying is, any child that is inside the clubhouse has to be with an adult.
Yeah.
Any child, any age, up to eight,
That's how
up to
it's-
17
That's
or
how
18.
it's always been. That's not what we.
That's the way it's always been?
Yes, ma'am.
You need to put a
If
sign
you
up.
guys want to change it, it's fine. But that's how it's
No,
always
no,
been.
I don't wanna change anything, I'm just asking you.
I
You
just
need-
want to be
you need
very
to-
clear that we're
That's
not,
not
that the clubhouse is not a daycare.
I know that.
And we're gonna be
held.
held liable for those minors in the clubhouse.
Yeah, we don't want to get in that, we don't want to get in that situation.
I'm not finished
That
yet.
gentleman right there, hold on, that gentleman there is with Old Sanford.
I completely agree with that about the 12-year-olds and stuff, but wouldn't it make it easier instead of having to purchase a laminate machine and taking pictures and doing all that? Wouldn't it just be easier for their student ID to be shown? Because anybody from 6th grade up is 12-year-old or more.
But does
Doesn't
it have
a date of birth on
It doesn't have a date of birth?
If you're in 6th grade or 7th grade
Well,
and
you
you're
can
permitted
have-
from that grade
In
level.
Houston, they give you IDs like in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th.
Right.
They give you
So that
IDs here
doesn't
at every
work.
grade level. So it won't work, and it doesn't have a date of birth. So technically, I can show you an ID for
Okay, but if
6th
you're
grade.
part of, if you're already in Poughkeepsie Middle School, you have a different ID than when you were in Central Elementary.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's a
debatable.
different ID. So if you already have a middle school or a high school ID, you're fine.
Equal 12 years old. That's what
we
they're
just
saying.
The whole point is that it doesn't matter which ID it is, it's still minor. We're not
That's what
responsible
I'm
for
saying. It's
minors.
just be.
We're not responsible
You just
for
have to
minors.
make the sign.
Okay, you were next, yes, sir.
I have a 14-year-old. I think I raised my kid right, and once again, from the whole conversation, the bad kids are gonna give a bad environment for my kid. My kid likes to go to the clubhouse and play basketball, play pool, and all that stuff. Are you telling me that he's no longer allowed to do that?
Inside the building.
No, not me, the board.
That's very clear what he just said.
Listen, we're gonna, okay.
Workshop.
I'm not, no, it can be the workshop.
Let's just move on.
Okay, I'm not finished yet.
Go ahead.
With the clubhouse, we have, you are the supervisor.
Yeah.
We need to see a job description for the supervisor.
I'm working on it.
And I suggest that the title might be maybe assistant manager to the clubhouse, that's specific, maybe, because supervisor, people might get confused.
can go to form.
Why out of manager, we didn't use assistant manager? And the job description, so we know what we're holding her or him, whoever in the future comes, responsible for.
Well, in reality, for years and years, on the paper, on the rules and regulations for the clubhouse, the person responsible for the clubhouse is actually called foreman.
Let me complicate matters a little bit. We've had clubhouse manager, we've had clubhouse supervisor, we've had clubhouse foreman, we've had, in some years, there was a manager here and a manager there, and then it just however it worked out at the time. So there's been a little bit of everything.
Right.
So you can call her
What
whatever
does
you
it
want.
matter?
Right.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
Okay.
So,
The office also needs to get better equipped. I think the office there should look as good as her office.
We got the titles for it. We
And
just gotta
furniture.
go- Yes, but we gotta go one at a time. But we just finished.
And who's gonna lay the tile? You guys are gonna lay the tile too?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, do you ever divide your group of men and give them different jobs?
I
You
don't
know,
get
divide
any.
them?
I don't get any of my men's.
So who's,
I
you
don't
mean
know.
you're gonna do it?
Yes, I did this one. I can.
hold on a minute, hold on. We're not gonna get in the job of micromanaging what he does. Take care of it, we're done with it. Yeah.
That's it.
We're not responsible. Let's keep going.
Let's see it better.
Let's go.
Well,
All right.
I do
What
want
else?
to reiterate on the clubhouse. And
Yes,
how it
ma'am.
looks.
You got the floor.
I mean,
Come right ahead. You might get your assistant manager title for tonight, so.
I don't know who's been saying anything about the clubhouse, but I'm gonna be honest with you. All the citizens that have run in there have been saying that it looks good or whatever. So I don't know what needs to be fixed up. We did have 50-year-old tables and chairs in there that were useless. If I told you the amount of people that go in the clubhouse Monday through Friday, it's probably slim to none. There's a few of them that go to do homework. There is a table and chair set up for it. So I mean, if they do have a problem, they need to come to the meeting and say something, because everybody that's walked into the clubhouse has seen the difference and seen that we are making a difference. We're not just.
The paint job is beautiful, it was clean, it was spotless. I have nothing against that. I'm saying that it should be as beautiful as this office.
I'm saying, but you said something about the space and then. Okay,
It was
the space,
empty, it
looks
was
better.
empty.
I mean.
No, the paint job, everything, the couches on the sides, that's okay.
We're not here to give everybody, we're not here to give people. Come on,
I have.
Listen, I
have
went in there and I
people.
told you that wanted to information.
I have people coming on my office telling me how beautiful the clubhouse with the change.
No, the paint job and everything is fine. I said, where's the furniture? There was nothing. I mean,
thought we bought furniture. Didn't we buy furniture?
There's two long couches and there's two just normal seats. We don't have, technically, we're here to like just provide stuff. You don't have to like make them sit back and relax and all that stuff.
Just for the record, we get rid of it, the 50-year-old tables and chairs, because it became to the point that they were a liability, because I myself fixed them about 100 times. But we did spend $3,000 on 100 new chairs and 12 tables.
Which is for
which is valuable.
And I did keep one table that's for whenever the kids, there's one group of family that comes in to do homework. So I mean, I don't know.
Well, I went at 8 o'clock in the morning, so they were not there.
And overall, we spent what, 100 grand?
In the clubhouse, yes, sir.
Easily.
Yes, sir.
The playground's 50 grand out here.
The least of our worry is the clubhouse.
And I mean, you guys told us to do stuff and it gets done.
I just thought that it should look as nice as this.
It is welcome.
Well, we spend more money than this.
That's what I wanted.
That's your
All right, Mr. Lee, may I say something, please?
Go right ahead.
If you have, it sounds to me like what you just asked, all those questions, which you always have only questions for me, and it's fine. But your questions are more like, you're looking into the clubhouse like it's for your personal use.
No.
It's for the public.
That's what I wanted for. The public.
It's
I
for
just
the
wanted
public.
more people.
Is the public happy with the clubhouse?
Yes! I just said what I saw when I went this morning. I didn't say the wall.
But you gotta look at the clubhouse as a public, no?
Yes, as a public. It is a public building.
Well, everybody loves it, I don't know.
I didn't say I didn't love it. I said I want it as beautiful as
All right, y'all, let's move on. Come on,
Move on.
Showers or TV, there's
Yes.
And talked to Emilio about it.
I have never.
I have received the call. Talked to Emilio, and Emilio is supposed to take care of it.
I did.
If they're not, no. I'm giving you time, because it is my job to inform you of the deficiencies. It is your job to correct it. If I wait a little bit and you're not doing it, then I will bring it to this board for a decision.
Okay, I got a quick solution to this. When there is a complaint, let's put it in writing. When you fix it, let's put it in writing and file it. Yes, ma'am.
I was just gonna say, can we put like a suggestion box up there for her?
Yeah.
That way people can sit there and make suggestions on what they wanna see as far as decorative pieces.
Good idea.
Flowers or whatever, and she can go through them and get with Quago on it. And then if he thinks it's big enough that it needs to go in front of the board, then put it in front of the board.
Yep.
Well, how about just let me do his
Good
job
idea.
and don't worry about the rest of
Okay.
it?
Where were we? Are you done yet? Okay, so, engineers, report.
Okay, as Emilio said, they have completed the culvert installations at the windmill. They did a good job on them, they all look good. We still will need to regrade some of the swales in there to make it all right, but the culverts are in place. We'll get the swales as we can.
I'm sorry, go ahead. We just listened to the four-wheelers outside.
Okay. The motorcycle. The repaving project, we did receive the contract from the contractor. I think it still has to be signed by the chairman.
Presented it to the board last meeting. The road thing, repaving?
Yeah.
Yeah, the board voted on it.
Yeah, we're ready to get the contract in.
I mean, by us.
Contract. we'll get that worked out. And,
Send it to me or bring it here, I'll come by and sign it.
Yeah, they voted already.
yeah, they're getting their performance bond, they should have that by the end of the week. And we'll have the pre-construction meeting. Yeah, all their insurance is good. We'll be having pre-construction meeting probably next week, and construction will start shortly thereafter.
Construction starts when?
Shortly after the pre-construction meeting.
When is the construction meeting?
The pre-construction will be next week.
Next week, what day, what time?
I haven't set that with the contractor yet.
You let us know. Okay, all right.
Clubhouse, we talked about the concrete.
All right, y'all hold it down. I can't hear today.
We'll be working with the contractor to get that done within the next week, prior to getting our final inspection and opening up.
And he did say he's gonna repair that out of his own pocket.
Yes.
Oh, we ain't signing nothing over there. Okay. All right.
That's all right.
Yes, sir.
Woodland, Wong County. No?
Don't say private, that's a dirty word, but long on the side.
The road itself.
Woodland, oh.
Yes.
Yeah, you said Woodland, now, Woodland Boulevard is the county.
Is the county road,
Yes.
County.
Pine Cone all the way down.
Well, the county is responsible for the 12 regrade the floodplain.
I wasn't talking about on Woodland Boulevard, I was talking about in the Woodland area.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Woodland Boulevard, we didn't do anything on there other than replace some culverts along the side that were conveying water from our ditch.
Well, if you want to regrade it.
It's back in the subdivision part of it. That's it.
John?
Yes, sir, I'll be real quick here. Oh, sorry, Mr. Treasurer.
I'll be real. So our total disbursement. Thank you, John. Any questions? Anyway, this is the month of March, we're halfway through the year. We dispersed $132,000 in March. Our total receivables are $1,213,184, delinquent receivables. As far as this year's tax assessment, $1,742,000. We collected down to where there's $654,000 left. The month of March, $179,477 of current taxes, $37,700 of prior tax collections. As far as comparing the year to year, there was $52,509 under on the tax collections for the current taxes, $6,799 delinquent taxes. As far as the budget goes, as I said, we're halfway through the year. If you take out the $300,000, that's the budget's number. If we get the FEMA money, then our real budget after that, we're right at just $30,000 less expenditures in the budget. So we're still under budget. Basically right on track.
Hey, that was the other contract.
So as a follow-up to the last meeting, you asked me to look into the fish farm. So I did contact the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. They have the lead in permitting fish farms. We have 8 permitted fish farms in Montura. 8.
Wasn't that on the water system here?
So if y'all ever been to a fish farm, it's under state law, it's an industrial wastewater facility. So would I want to have well next to that? No, not me. So Dax was surprisingly very cooperative when I called them. They told me that, yeah, we know about you guys, and we once had some discussions with you about 5 years ago. They told me that if we wanted, they would send inspectors here to re-inspect all lake facilities.
As soon as possible. As soon as possible and often.
There's one close to here.
That's right.
Once a year.
So there's gonna be 9 of that one. And it's a bigger, yeah, it's a large one.
This is why we need to get this stuff done with the county.
3 years
Just set up areas for that,
They
yeah.
were thinking about the aggravated, like farming on perimeter. What happened to that? You know?
Like Benny said, this is exactly why we wanna work on this project with the county.
Yes.
So that you don't have, people with residences and wells right next to the industrial wastewater facility, because that's what you're dealing with. They've got, if you look at the rules, they have to have what's called a segregated system. There's the water that runs, there's wastewater, and then there's the stormwater. The two can't connect, and they cannot discharge that wastewater into our system. Whether they do or not is another question. So I will, I'm gonna get a copy of each permit for those 9, soon to be 9 facilities. And we will work with DAX. There's a new sheriff in town at DAX. And this person is really wanting to tighten up the ship, so to speak. So it's the first time in 80 years that a non-agricultural person is the secretary of DAX. So we'll see what happens. And the planning and zoning, we talked about that. We voted on the grant. And that's it.
I want to say this again. 6 or 7 years ago, we had the county here. We were moving in that direction. Had we done it, there wouldn't be one fish farm on this place. We backed up, everybody started fussing, worried about things that didn't matter, and here we are. We're going to try it again. We need cooperation from everyone. Just saying, we wouldn't have those, they wouldn't be here right now had we done that. Because it's going to designate areas to do these things, and the residential is going to be apart from that. So, just saying it again, remember that.
The person I spoke to at DAX in Tallahassee said, had we known that you all, the board has a problem with these facilities, we would not permit them unless we talk to you and get your okay on it.
Can you tell them to shut the house down now?
Oh, not to allow anymore?
No more, yeah, shut them down.
What happens when
They
you
can't
get storm and you get a breach in these places?
That's right.
That's
That's the reality. You get a serious storm event. Guess
Get a
what?
breach.
Yeah.
That blows out the wastewater, gets into the canals, and
there's gotta be some serious.
Hey, I want a motion on the floor that says this board is not in favor of any more fish farms on this property. In this area. Well, but we can make the motion. They said if they knew that we didn't want it, it'd have been a different story. Well, let's let them know that we don't want it. We need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
A second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So now they have, this board said that they don't want any more on here. If that helps. Okay, good.
All right, before we close, I would like to discuss the summer camp. Are we gonna be having any more summer camps? What is the issue with the summer camp?
A couple of years ago, the board decided not to.
Last year.
Last year, the board decided not to have the summer camp if there was no fishing registration award. So there was none because the board decided that it has to be paid with a monthly, a full month, and there was nobody. I think it was only one person that paid $100.
Are you guys considering to go back to the summer camp?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I haven't considered anything, but, if it didn't work, everyone here, every supervisor said that there should be a fee, that there should not be a fee, okay? And because of the fee, I think it was $10 a week.
No, $25.
$25 a week per child. That's why it failed. Now, I want you to know that it was $36,000 that this board has used every year. That $36,000 was 1% of the entire budget. And there were people in the audience, plus supervisors who voted it down. So that's where it is. So why would I consider it now when I have a feeling that?
Because there's different supervisors now.
Oh, well, I hope.
I believe in kids and whatever it costs, it costs. And
She said the board turned it down. I was not here when that happened.
Yes,
No. I did not have a vote. That's what I said.
Everybody voted.
With that
I was
being-
the only one that voted yes.
All right, with that being said,
You want to bring it out?
let's try it again. Cause if it's for the kids, I don't care what it costs. I'm in.
Let's keep in mind.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of summer camp are you talking about?
Excuse me?
I mean, what kind of summer camp program are you providing? What have you provided in the past as a summer program? What's the ages? What are you doing?
It
Taking
just-
trips or?
It's just a regular summer camp like every other city has. The only difference was is the summer camp at the clubhouse was completely free. And the Henry County will provide breakfast and lunch.
Right.
We will have counselors on site to divide the kids on different groups by the age, and they'll have activities and pool time and stuff like that. And they'll also
We've always had summer camp here.
a field.
Yeah, I used to bring the food out.
And last
But I
year,
didn't know what you did at summer camp. That's the reason I'm trying to find out what you did and what age limits you're talking
last year
about.
for the first time we were gonna have teenagers, right?
Last year,
That was your idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last year, I was trying to bring the teenagers into the clubhouse because the age was actually 12.
Don't start that again.
The age was 12, and I was trying to bring the teenagers into the clubhouse to being under the supervisor of the counselors, and at the same time they can get their hours for the credit at the high school.
Emilio, do we have time?
Not only we don't have time, we don't have the money right now.
Well, the money we could ask, Mr. Barr to see.
Well, we don't have money on the budget.
On the clubhouse budget.
On the budget. We already spent $100,000 at the clubhouse.
All right, can we get
Now,
this from somewhere?
We can always put a line item.
Hold on. Go ahead, sir.
I mean, there's money in the budget that can be reallocated.
Can we put it together? You have time to put it together?
I can make it happen. I have to work really hard to get counselors. That's the main problem, counselors.
Can we find them? Jeez. Put it to work.
I can find them. And my main concern is I have to get with the Henry County
Food?
to see if we can still go to the food certification to handle the food. That's the main concern.
Okay, why don't we, he has the money, let's don't waste any time. This is my thinking. Let's allocate the money, let's vote, hopefully we can vote to do this, and then see if you can make it happen. If you can make it happen, it's all done, you make it happen.
I'll make it
Yeah,
happen.
well,
I'll
okay.
make it happen.
So, do we have a motion on the floor?
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second? No second, no second, okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The reason why I voted the way I did was, we already paid a taxpayer a recreation fee. According to the last discussion we had here, Henry County is the one responsible for paying and organizing this. It's on a tax bill. Everybody's getting a recreation fee, right? That is supposed to be And last year, correct me if I'm wrong, Henry County, you know, we're not part of it. Our argument was, don't give us tax money. So we can pay for it.
Let me tell you something. Before I left here, the last year I was here, the last year I was here, they came out here and wanted us to join with them for a nominal fee. It was a great deal, and we would have access to everything they have. And guess what happened? Nobody wanted any part of it. They're trying to come in, they're trying to go there, all that craziness, and we blew a good chance. Had we been involved in that, we wouldn't be paying for this right now. They didn't want nothing to do with the past because of the beating they took, but they came out here and tried to sell it to us. Let me tell you, it was a good deal. Good deal. We worked on it. I spent weeks, months working with them on it, negotiating back and forth. It was a great deal. Everybody here, and I think the board might have voted it down. People raised so much hell, they did vote it down, and then we're done with it. That's why they don't want to vote it. Now, the board, maybe we can get something put back together, because they were going to bring counselors out here, people out here. It was a great deal. Yeah.
We already paid taxes.
But we still don't want to go in here taking over our clubhouse and taking out our people we have.
It was never about kicking anybody out. See, that's what happens.
That's what happens.
You start talking about something that's constructive and people get paranoid. We go from a constructive agreement to people, nobody was kicking anybody out. They were going to provide all kind of stuff. The kids
charge our kids $1 a day to swim in the pool and all of that.
Here we are paying $36,000.
This year, the board did not, last year the board did not approve it because they thought that the parents should contribute something.
Right, and
it went from $5 to $10 to eventually $25 a week.
The agreement.
And that was the issue last year.
25 per kid.
Right, and that was the issue.
Well, the biggest issue was that there was not only 25 per week. The board agreed that $100 has to be paid up front.
Yeah, prepaid.
It doesn't matter how many kids.
Excuse me, if I remember correct, that was your decision because you have to prepay.
I don't make
for the-
decisions, Mr.
No,
Knuckles.
your recommendation, because you had to prepay for the food and you had.
We don't pay for the food. It's free. That was the board decision. Actually, it was your recommendation, not the board.
so that's in the past, we're moving on with the future.
And then you look into it and get back to us through emails.
Let us know.
Let us know quickly if we can put it together.
Anything I can do to help
Right,
you.
because at the end of May, school is out.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Louis, what do we get from recreation in the county? What do we get in return from those taxes?
We're getting nothing now.
don't get anything.
Had we made the deal, we'd be getting a whole lot.
You don't get anything.
They were giving
It was
us,
directly to
they were giving us a lot for that money that we're paying anyway. Guys, it was a no-brainer.
Is that the money that's allocated to the pool currently?
We pay some, I don't remember what the number is.
Recreation.
We pay it to recreation to the county. With that money, we either took it or left it. We left it, we're still paying it, and we're still getting nothing. Instead of joining up with them like we were gonna do,
Can you deal with that guy that came? Wait.
well, we're gonna try to put that back together, but it was a
Mr.
good
Chair,
deal. Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Chair, you remember we were paying $20 for recreation, they raised it to $40.
Yeah.
You were part of a commission,
Yes.
or they're looking into charging us $150. No, they just raised it to $40.
Yeah, it was, that's right.
Eventually-
They were gonna charge us $150, it went to $40, and no one, this place was fuller than it was tonight. They're gonna take over, my God, we just shot ourselves in the foot.
Yep.
So we're gonna try to put that back together.
All right.
Okay, what else?
Motion.
That's it?
Motion to adjourn.
No one has anything else to say?
Second it?
Okay. Okay, all those